Okay, let's try this again. By this, I mean watching the video while recording the voiceover. Maybe this will be better. I don't know. I currently have both Premiere Pro and Audition open on on two different screens, so I feel very privileged to be able to even record like this. Anyway, so today I offer not the sketchbook habit, but a commission. Uh, I didn't make a script. Here I go again. I should have made like bullet points. Okay, this is a commission by Ganymede. They have commissioned me a lot the past couple months, which I'm very grateful for. Thank you for funding my habits of ordering lots of milk tea during the week. Anyway, so if you are interested in a commission, this is this option for like watercolor commissions is available on my VGen link in description. Oh, I it feels so weird to be like an actual YouTuber content creator to say link in description. That's so weird. Okay. Anyway, so I am working on this commission. Actually, I'm done. If you were here earlier this week, I believe it was Tuesday where I finished this commission on stream and yapped for like 2 hours after because I had, I'll get to that later actually, I think. So here I'm starting off with the base color is a flat color because the way I do watercolor commissions, that's not like in convention, as in proper. This is my really good quality paper, like type of watercolor commission. Is that I make the sketch digitally, and then I use my I use my iPad as like what's it called? I use my iPad as a light box to trace over the digital line work on the watercolor paper. It's a little funky because you touch iPad words. iPads are touchscreen, so it's a little funky to trace over it to use it as a light. Is it called? It's called a light box, right? But yeah, that's what I did. It just makes my life so much easier with watercolor because if you do too many revisions on paper, it's just gonna ruin the paper. Like erasing the paper is just gonna ruin its fibers if you do it too much or you're not using a good erasing technique. That's really weird to say, but I swear it's true. So yeah, I use my iPad as a light box so I can pencil over the line art on the watercolor paper. If you do watercolor commissions and you have, access to an iPad, I really recommend doing something like that because it just makes my life it made my life so much easier. Okay, so here I'm applying the flat colors. As you can see, I have two watercolor papers, multiple. I have two watercolor papers. The one I'm actually working on, and on the side, the bigger sheet of paper is where I do my color tests. Um, Honestly, what I should be incorporating into my workflow is to pre-mix colors, because you can see here, like I was really what's it called? I was pretty happy with the skin tone, but because everything around the skin is like pink, blue, and purple, it turns out more yellow than it should be. I managed to fix it a bit by making the shadows closer to green later on, but yeah, you can see it's pretty. It's a lot more yellow than I would have liked it to be starting off. But yeah, color theory is interesting because it looked normal when it was alone, and then everything else popped in, and it looked very yellow.
She's not a celebrity, but she's taken. So can't help falling in love. Can't take the hint and give up. My mama told me don't talk to people you haven't met. I guess my mama was right. But it's not cause everybody you meet is dangerous. Fact cause they'll break your heart. Cause she plays it so cool, making up her own rules.
Another thing that I would like to improve on, I've said this in a video before, I don't remember which one, is pushing my darks. Here, I didn't push it too much because I thought that um, making it look all kind of, making all of it look kind of within the same range kind of look better. But maybe I could have pushed the black shirt and the pants for the contrast. I'm kind well, this is just a self review right now. Honestly, another thing I could have done better, instead of like focusing on using, wait, words. I could have used like washi tape on the side so that the paper doesn't warp, because the more you add water to paper, the more likely it is to warp. Not likely, it does warp. It's like a known thing that paper warps in water. What am I talking about? See, like, yeah, there you can see, like, in the corner, it's starting to warp because of the way I put the water on the shirt. There's a lot more in that corner. You can see me watching Law and Order on the other screen. I'm so sorry. That's so funny. Okay, this is the. Oh, these are all separate clips because I did these. I did all of this on separate days. Another thing that I do with watercolor commissions, right? Like, okay, what I want to incorporate is pre-mixing colors so that the color palette is already like decided upon. Like, I figured out which pigments work the best, so I'm not just going in kind of blind. So I said that. Um, what was my train of thought? Oh, something that I do incorporate for watercolor, which I don't do as much for digital. Well, I do. Okay. I update my clients every step of the way, like every pass that I do. Like for the sketch and then getting the sketch approved, and then after that the flat color, and then starting the first this is the s- wait. The first pass is a flat color. This is the second pass. I'm sorry if you heard a Discord notification. You shouldn't. My mic and headphones are separate now. What am I talking about? Okay. What was I saying? Oh, for every single pass, I update the client because it's really, really hard to um, what's the word? Revise watercolor. Like you can see on the arm that there is a splotch of um, dark, like almost black color, and I tried to scrub it away, but instead I kind of damaged the paper, which is really unfortunate, but part of the job, I guess. So I update. Oh, okay. I update on watercolors a lot more frequently than with digital, and because I have to like set everything up, I have to do each pass on separate days. Unlike with my digital comps, when they approve, I'm like, okay, I can work on this right now.
Tell me what am I supposed to do? 'Cause I've got an internet crush. She's not a celebrity, but she's taken. Still can't help falling in love. Can't take the hint and give up. I've got it. Internet crush. Internet crush. Internet crush. Internet crush.
Another thing that I'm really happy about with my watercolor style is how I paint hair. I'm saying this now that I'm mostly done painting the hair here, but it looks so delicious. I don't know how to describe it, but I love the way I personally, I'm biased. It's my art. I love the way I like paint each stroke to be a lock of hair. I would like to experiment more with how I paint hair. Just so I know like what else I can do. But with this, I'm pretty happy with it. Actually, now that I think about it, I should paint more, like paint hair in different textures. I should really do that. I need to practice painting with different textures because And sorry, I hit the table if you heard that. Okay. Because, like, in digital art, you can find brushes made by, black artists who make, wait, words. You can find brushes made by black artists specifically for textured hair. There we go. I know how to speak. I'm definitely a professional content creator. Yeah, so that's what makes digital a lot easier for my teeny teeny poo poo brain. So I would like to practice that. I mentioned before that, excuse me, I mentioned before that I would like to practice painting with darker skin tones. And I do. I should do it more. So now that I have darker skin tones, a little more like practice, I should do that with hair, I think. Anyway, back to the commission. Something I really enjoyed about this commission in particular is like figuring out the colors. Like Ganymede's color palette is just so nice to work with. Because a lot of the colors are, okay, how do I say this? Because I have a very extensive palette, right? I have like 30, almost 30 colors in that one palette that I've collected over the years. And it's so nice to be able to like use a bunch of them. What did I use here? I didn't even keep track. Okay, I should include that. When pre-mixing colors, I have to keep track of the pigments I'm using. I'm pretty sure that I use like mineral violet, Payne's gray. I'm not sure if it was manganese nova or what's the other color? Something by Holbein. Um, for the skin, I think it was vermilion and sap green, then a little bit of Naples yellow to tone it down. I use a lot of Naples yellow actually. Like the horns, not horns. What are they called? Antlers. On the antlers, then to tone down the skin and the moon bracelets, which are really nice. Most of these colors are mixed. Like I try to make it a rule. Wait, I need to burp. Excuse me, that was so disgusting. All right. I try to make it a rule to like make sure every color is mixed and not like a pure color unless there's a specific use for it. I think the only two colors here that isn't mixed are Naples yellow for the antlers and the moon bracelet, and my favorite quinacridone gold, which I use for the belt buckle. I love quinacridone gold. Such a nice color. Oh, I think this is the third pass already. Okay. Another thing I would like to improve on is being patient. I said this in one of uh, my videos earlier this year. I think it was my New Year's resolution one to like be more patient and wait for the paint to dry. Because if you can see, I think there are gonna be close-ups here later, but if you look at it, you can see that like the lip color is a little feathered, or the ear, like the ear blush thing that I put near the end. A lot of feathering happened because I was not patient enough. Okay, not a lot, right? Not a lot, but enough to bother me personally. I'd like to keep like cleaner lines. Yeah. You can see me biting the, the brush. Don't do that, kids. Don't be like me. If anyone's curious, what's playing in the background, I think that's season 10. No, 9. Like season 9 or 10 of Law and Order Special Victims Unit. I could have framed this one better. You can see like my headphones sticking in when I lean in closer. Oh, another thing I like about not just this com but like watercolor work, I found an old book stand that I got as a gift all those years ago because I used to read so much. Oh my god, you can see my Vox collection. Okay, so I used to read a lot, so someone got me this like book stand, and I don't use it to read anymore. I don't think I ever use this to read, but yeah, I it's so useful here when I like for my watercolor work because for me it's better to have it standing up. It's also better for your neck. If you can find a way to like keep your artwork propped up, not your artwork, but like your canvas propped up, it's so much better for your neck and back. It's so nice rather than like hunching over. Please check while we're here, posture check, stretch to the left, to the right. Okay, good. You can see on the monitor that I have a reference pulled up because I forget colors. Oh, another thing I was happy with here is like the leaves. I'm so happy with the leaves. I don't know why. Like it's like such a small part of it, but it's nice. What was I doing with my hand there? Okay. What I Another thing I would like to include is masking fluid because I did this is something I should have foresight on, but I did not have the foresight for it to keep the sclera white, like pure white. I didn't put masking fluid. I think in my final pass, I don't think I recorded it actually. I did use a white gel pen to bring back the whites in their eyes. Um, we'll see. I will see later in this recording because I don't remember if I recorded it. But yeah, another thing that was not really an issue, but something harder to convey are the white, what's it called? The white string lights that's like tied to their antlers. Um, because on I actually had the idea of just painting the entire background and then drawing over it with like white pencil, not pencil, with the white pen. But I don't know, that didn't feel like it would work as well as I thought it might. But yeah. Okay, this is the final pass when everything has been approved and it's just the pen work. Because I did, this is as far as I can go with the watercolor. 'Cause I didn't want to use a pure black. I don't have, wait, words. I don't have a pure black watercolor. And quite frankly, I did not want to mix one. So I used like a brush pen for the lashes. And this is a micron in with a plastic nib. I think the color is it's not black. I think it's called sepia. And I've been trying to find like a replacement for it. Let me know if you find uh, somewhere that sells this exact kind of pen. Anyway, coming to an end here, and I'm really really happy with how this turned out, and I'm very glad that my commissioner is also happy with it. And yeah, I'm hoping to make more watercolor videos again soon. I really miss painting. Yes, there. Okay, you see me working with the white gel pen. That's nice. All right. Something I didn't record was the flowers on the sleeves, but you'll see it in the end card anyway. All right. Okay. Thanks everyone for hearing me ramble for almost 20 minutes. How long has it been? Yeah, almost 20 minutes. I'll leave you be. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, whether it's a video or a stream. Bye bye.
Things be different. Why am I wasting my time?